The testimony presents the story of Esther. Welcome to the testimony, a place where faith, courage, and obedience are remembered. Today's testimony is a story of bravery, prayer, and the power of trusting God in impossible situations. The story. Esther was a young woman chosen to be queen of Persia, but her people, the Jews, were in danger. Why was Esther chosen at this time? God placed her in the palace so she could be in a position to save her people, showing that divine timing is always perfect. An evil plan threatened to destroy them all. What kind of danger did her people face? A decree had been issued to annihilate all the Jews in Persia, putting an entire nation at risk. Esther's cousin Mordecai urged her to speak to the king, though it could cost her life. Why was this request so dangerous? Approaching the king uninvited could result in death, yet silence would mean the destruction of her people. Before going, Esther called her people to fast and pray for 3 days. Why did she seek prayer first? Because spiritual preparation is essential. God works through those who align themselves with His will. With courage, she entered the throne room, uninvited. Where did her courage come from? Her courage came from faith, obedience, and trust that God would protect her and work through her actions. The king listened, and through Esther's bravery, her people were saved. How did one act of courage change history? By stepping forward, Esther allowed God's plan to unfold, turning what could have been death into deliverance. One woman's faith changed the course of history. What does this teach us? Faithful obedience, even in the face of fear, can impact generations. Important information and insight. Esther was an orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai in exile. She concealed her identity until God's timing called for action. The story highlights prayer, fasting, courage, and trusting God in life-threatening situations. Even when God's name is not mentioned directly, His presence and providence are clear. This testimony teaches us that one person's obedience can save a nation. Closing, the testimony. Esther's life shows that faith over fear, prayer before action, and courage under God's guidance can change the course of history. This is the testimony,